Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're jumping straight into a scenario that is honestly completely terrifying, but absolutely fascinating. We're looking at a global oceanic collapse based strictly on real science. So let's just dive right into this extreme what if to reveal just how delicately balanced our planet actually is and, discover some of the hidden mechanics of the world we live on. Okay, I want you to imagine this mind-bending scenario. People all around the world, from tropical beaches to freezing coastlines, suddenly notice the exact same horrifying phenomenon. Massive steam clouds are rising from violently bubbling seas. The water isn't just warming up, it is actively, aggressively boiling everywhere at once. Now, to put the sheer scale of this into perspective, Earth holds about 332 million cubic miles of water. That's a lot of zeros. If all of that reached a rolling boil simultaneously, we aren't just looking at hot water. We are literally witnessing the largest release of thermal energy in planetary history.
Section 1. Collapse of marine ecosystems.
Right off the bat, the immediate result is this tragic, massive die-off across our incredible marine ecosystems. Whether it's fish, whales, dolphins, or sharks, there is simply zero escape from a boiling ocean. You see, this isn't some gradual warming that gives species a chance to migrate to cooler depths. Nope, it's an instantaneous, inescapable temperature spike that completely decimates the aquatic food chain in a matter of minutes. And, while a sudden global surplus of pre-boiled seafood might sound like a weird, dark joke, the reality is a catastrophic biological wipeout that just strips the oceans of life.
Section 2. Global weather goes rogue.
So the domino effect here is incredibly terrifying. Step 1, you've got billions of tons of boiling water instantly turning to steam. Step 2, well, all that vapor has to go somewhere, right? It rapidly expands, basically choking coastal cities in these dense, suffocating clouds. Visibility drops to practically zero, and coastal populations are just plunged into this dark, unbelievably humid fog. And then step 3, this unprecedented massive injection of heat and moisture into the atmosphere just unleashes powerful global storms and these crazy hyper-hurricanes. The weather basically goes completely rogue. It is safe to say an umbrella is absolutely not going to help you here.
Section 3. The human cost.
Now, with those marine ecosystems entirely devastated, the global fishing industry disappears almost overnight. We are talking about the instantaneous wipeout of a massive food source that literally billions of people rely on for their daily survival. Entire coastal economies, places that completely depend on fishing, shipping, and oceanic tourism, they collapse in the blink of an eye. It just leaves this staggering economic void in their wake. And the ripple effects? They're totally relentless, extending far, far inland. Remember those rogue weather patterns we just talked about? Well, they begin to completely ravage our land-based agriculture. Torrential rains, unpredictable storms, and these massive climatic shifts make crops practically impossible to grow. So humanity gets hit with this devastating 1-2 punch. The ocean's bounty is completely gone, and at the exact same time, our farms are failing. This leads straight into severe, insurmountable food shortages and a complete global economic disruption. Now, obviously, scientists around the world would immediately, frantically start searching for a solution. But the grim reality here? Cooling the world's oceans once they've actually reached a boiling point proves nearly impossible. See, water has this incredibly high specific heat capacity. Basically, that means it takes a massive amount of energy to heat up, but, and here's the kicker, it also holds onto that heat for a very long time. The sheer thermal mass of all the oceans on Earth means that trying to vent that trapped heat back into space to save civilization, well, it's a task vastly beyond human capability.
Section 4. Why Earth needs oceans.
So you might be wondering, why even analyze a crazy scenario like this? Well, it's to really understand what's actually at stake for our everyday survival. On one side, we've got this fictional, boiling Earth, totally defined by severe food shortages, unpredictable rogue storms, and just total economic disruption. But on the other side, we have our real Earth, the one where our oceans quietly do all the heavy lifting, like climate regulation, massive oxygen production, and maintaining these incredibly thriving ecosystems. A boiling ocean threatens literally all life on the planet, while healthy, stable oceans quietly sustain absolutely everything we know. Okay, so there are 4 really vital takeaways here regarding our oceans. Number 1, they are absolutely essential for regulating our climate. They absorb solar radiation and distribute that heat globally. Number 2, they're responsible for producing at least half of the oxygen we breathe, thanks to marine photosynthesizers like phytoplankton. Number 3, they support an incredibly complex web of marine life. And number 4, ultimately, they sustain human civilization itself. Without these 4 functions operating in just perfect harmony, life on Earth faces absolute disaster.
Look, this story of the boiling abyss is, of course, just imaginative fiction, but it carries a really heavy truth. The indispensable role our oceans play simply cannot be overstated. If losing them means the rapid end of life as we know it, well, are we currently doing enough to protect our most vital resource? I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.